Storytime, bitches. Yes, I know I look like shit. Why do I look like shit? Because the universe is trying to make my insides become my outsides. My intestine are not my friend. Anyway, back to the story time. So, picture this. This boy, he's a man schmore, meets this girl. He's been wanting to get with her for a minute. Her boyfriend cheats on her. She knows and has told people that she has an STD. Yes, you heard it correct. She has a STD. Now, this STD is an aggressive one, but the boy has always wanted to be with her. So, they get down and boogie. He says, I don't care about that shit. I ain't never cared about that shit. So, they didn't have a plastic wrap to help them. You get what I'm saying? But he was determined. He decides, I'm going to lay it down. Lays it down. Ends up going home. He gets this bright idea. What can kill that? Well, let's just pour some bleach on it. Jumps in the shower, pours some bleach on it. Guess what he now has? A chemical burn. A chemical burn on his... Why? Because he was trying to be... He was trying to get it wet. Just because you want to get it wet doesn't mean that you have to do unhealthy things. Like, what's 10 minutes to the store? Go to the store. Bleach doesn't kill everything, and you shouldn't put bleach on your body. Now, I do understand that for eczema people, you can put a little tiny teaspoon of bleach in your bath water, and that helps you. But I am no medical professional, so do not take my word as the Bible. But I will tell you what it won't kill, and it won't kill no smagenosis. It won't kill no STDs. Okay? It sure the fuck won't. So, he didn't end up getting the thing. He ended up with a chemical burn because he used bleach. I can't make this shit up if I tried. Thank you to the follower who sent that story to me. I was flabbergasted. Fucking flabbergasted. If you have stories like this, send them to me and I will report them to the fucking masses. Now I have to go expel the demons from my body. Mwah.
Girl, what? Girl, what? What do they mean? At least he thought through this plan, I guess. I don't understand. Like, I feel like it would have been easier, like she said, to just go to the store. Who doesn't at this adult age, any adult age, over 17? Who doesn't carry protection? Like, I'm so confused. I am just confused, honey. Like, what are we doing? I feel like if you're going to do grown folk activities, you need to make grown person decisions, like, to protect you and everyone around you. Like, you don't want it that bad. You do not need it that bad that you cannot wait until whatever it is clears up. I don't know. It seems like, I don't know. She makes it seem like it was something bigger, but if it was, I don't know. The thing is, there's preventative measures, preventative pills and medicine and all this stuff, like stuff that you can do. I know with AIDS and HIV, they have a whole pill, a safety pill. We've been seeing it on the TV. You saw the commercial? You seen the commercial when they only have gay people in the commercial, it seemed like, and I was just like, is this a shot? Is this a freaking shot? You know that commercial. You seen that commercial. Girl, I can't even think. And I was gonna say the jingle. I was gonna sing the jingle, but I've been stuck on everything, like that Sky Rizzy commercial. Just saw that commercial. That's all I can hear. Like Sky Rizzy, that theme song. I don't know if that's the pill I'm thinking of. I don't know. I can't remember. But you know what I'm talking about. So I don't even know. Stop it. I don't even get that. Like, what are we doing? Putting yourself in danger just for the kitty, bruh? You ain't a fireman. We ain't saving no kitties climbing trees. Just because you see a sexy tree that you want to climb doesn't mean you're going to climb it to get to the kitty. Where the fireman at? Report that. Report that. Nah, keep it going. Keep it going. Next video.
Okay, so since you guys liked my last TikTok on my story time about my hair, I thought I would give you guys a story time on the literal 2 worst dates I've ever been on in my entire life within the span of 6 hours. While I do Get Ready With Me. Okay, so basically, this is between the time span of me breaking up with my senior year boyfriend and getting together with my now boyfriend, who I've been with for like 2 years now. But, sorry, I'm trying to find my concealer. Where did she go? I found her. Anyways, so it all starts off with, I found out what Hinge was. I was freshly 18. And you know what, I was like, shit, me and my ex-boyfriend had just broken up, and I'm like, you know what, let me try it out. And so with that, I was also low-key the type of person who would add everybody on Snapchat, like for my quick ads, and then proceed to talk to the cutest ones. Yeah. So basically, I am talking to this one guy, and I don't remember his name, so we're just gonna call him Alex. And Alex was like, do you want to go get tropical smoothie with me? It was in the morning, and I was like, you know what, why not, like, let's do it. I proceed to get there, and I'm there before him, and when he walks in, I swear to God, I wanted to cry. Okay? So he looked like he had just rolled out of bed, first of all. Like, completely just rolled out of bed. There was no, like, help into his appearance or anything. And then I was like, you know, whatever. I get a little closer to him. He had like so much dandruff in his hair, so I'm just like, I was like, I'm not attracted to him, this isn't gonna be good. And we get our drinks and we proceed to sit down inside this tropical smoothie, and he's talking to me. He goes, yeah, I really love Costco. I was like, oh, you know, like, I still have never been inside a Costco. And he's like, well, do you hate Indian people? I went, what? He goes, do you hate Indian people? I went, no, I don't. He goes, that's good, because there's a shit ton of them in there. And I went, oh, okay. And so I'm now proceeding to text one of my friends during that time. And I'm like, bro, get me out of this date. Like, I can't do this anymore. I was honestly, truly, like, just so shocked, because who says that? Do you like this certain race? What were you expecting me to say? No? Like, I'm not racist. Anyways, apparently he was, though, so I don't know what to say about that one. And you know, my friend calls me, she's like, oh my god, something's happening with my mom, I have to, like, you need to come help me. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, no, I'm on my way. Nothing was happening with her mom, obviously. But then I'm texting one of these guys off of Hinge, and turns out we go to the same gym together. Now, to preface, my ex-boyfriend also goes to the same gym and works at that same gym, and we've been broken up for like maybe 2 weeks by now. And so he's like, do you want to, like, come work out with me today? I was like, you know what, sure, I'll come work out with you. Like, this day could, in my brain, I was like, this day could not get any worse. And you know what, I stand corrected. Because, so we get to the gym, I get there a little late because I had to go home, change into some, like, workout clothes, and then go to the gym. I lived like 20-25 minutes away from the gym, because it was a gym that I would go to with my ex-boyfriend. And So I didn't choose a gym close to me because he didn't want to go to any of the gyms closer to me. And so I get to the gym and I meet him, and let's call him Kyle. Now, me and Kyle are squatting. I recently just got hurt though, so I wasn't really squatting anything. I was just squatting the bar. I think I pulled something in my leg at work or whatever. I kind of forgot. But I was just squatting the bar. And we go to move on to like the leg press machines, and guess who we see? We see my ex-boyfriend. Let's name him Brad. Cause he's like he's low-key a Brad, you know? He was a gym rat and then previously on steroids after we broke up. I didn't say that though. And so he sees him, and I'm like looking away, just walking to the leg squat or leg press machine. And he's like, hold on, let me say hi. I went, what? And you know what? He proceeds to go over there and dap up my ex-boyfriend. So he's stopping my ex-boyfriend, and then he walks away, and you know, Brad is the type of person to like treat you horribly during the relationship and then act like you ended on good terms when you didn't end up on good terms. So he's like nodding at me, and I low-key want to throw a 45-pound weight at his head because you were not a good boyfriend. And then you broke up with me, and I was still mad about it, even though it was for the best, honestly. Okay, so I go, oh, how do you know Brad? And he goes, oh, he's friends with one of my other friends, and we just became friends. He goes, how do you know him? I went, oh. In my mind, I'm trying to think, like, do I lie about this? What do I do? So I go, that's my ex-boyfriend. And we finished leg presses after that conversation. And he goes, hey, I'm really sorry to do this, but I don't think that I can actually finish this date anymore because it's like the bro code. We might not be like that close of friends, but like I can't, like, you're cute, but I can't date you. And I went, okay. He goes, I think we should finish our workouts separately now. I went, oh, okay. I'm not crashing out about this dude because there was, like, not gonna lie, 5 other people around him. Like, 5 other people in front of him that I was wanting to, like, talk to before him. I didn't say that. But, yeah. And I walk out of the gym and proceed to go to my work and tell everybody that I knew about it. Because, I mean, what do you do in that situation? I think we should finish our workouts separately. What? Like, ma'am. Anyways, that's my story time on the 2 worst dates of my life.
Girl, I forgot the first story. I had to go back and rewatch because I was like, what's the first story? I over here rewatched it and still not remembering watching it, but seeing myself watching it, I was like, they went for a smoothie, a chocolate smoothie. Definitely forgot about that. Where was I at listening to her story? I told you guys that TikTok thinks I'm in Canada. It's her Canadian shirt. So, first off, why are you on Hinge as a high schooler? Isn't Hinge, have you seen a Hinge commercial lately? I haven't seen one lately, but back in the day, they had a whole, like, they was always running an ad for Hinge. Hinge is a deleting app. Like, they want you to delete it after you find your soulmate. Is that not the whole premise of the ads and the commercials? So, as a high schooler, why are you on this marriage site? Like, what are we doing? Like, girl, no judgment, no judgment. The fact that you added all these people on Snapchat because, I just said no judgment and applied judgment. Why were you doing that? Like, I understand in college, I did that. I was college age. Like, this is when I was in college, like freshman year in college, Snapchat just became a thing. Like, it was just everything. Like, I was snapping everybody every day, like making friends on Snap. But now as a grown adult, like now that I got years in this game of being an adult, ain't no way I'm adding Snapchat. I love the fact that they have private Snapchat and public Snapchat now, but still I'm not adding anyone that I do not know who is not already on my Snapchat. If I don't know you and you're not already on my Snapchat from back when I was in college, I'm not adding you on my Snapchat because I feel like I snap a lot. I snap a lot around me. I'll snap my food, like where I'm at. I feel like with my snap, you can find where I'm at. And the people I know, that's the only people I want to know that needs to know where I'm at. That's like I low-key don't want some of the people that follow me to know where I'm at because sometimes they be just popping up. I used to have groupies back in the day when I first started my rap career. When I first started rapping, I had groupies back in the day and they would just pop up out of nowhere. So no, I'm not adding nobody on my Snap nowadays. That's cute. I own the apps now, the dating apps. They be like, add me on Snap. No, I'm not. I'm not going to add you on those darn Snap. So she sees this guy because I'm at this age now. We're talking about she was in high school. Now at this age where I'm mature, if I see you on this date and I see somebody, we're on a date, you walk in not looking presentable, that's the end of the day. I'm leaving. Like, why am I still here? Like, she talking about he needed some heads and shoulders. Why am I here? Because look at me, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. I'm not supposed to be here, clearly. Like, what are we doing? We're not concerned about our appearance. Ain't no freaking way, honey. Get out of here. So I understand she was young and she had to have somebody to get her out of there. She needed an escape plan. Someone else had to come up with her escape plan. But the fact of the matter is she had an escape plan and she escaped. Like, she had to phone a friend, and all that matters is she got the help that she needed. She was young, she didn't know. This next story about the gym, what are we thinking? Gym dates are for married couples. You do not go on a first date to the gym. What are we doing? Are we not thinking? We just said about appearance. Appearance is everything. When I go to the gym, I expect to sweat. Like, I'm sweating. I'm at the gym. This is what it's meant for. I'm a sweat and I'm a smell because I'm at the gym. This is what it's meant for. If you go to the gym and you do not at the end of your workout sweat or smell, what are you doing? Are you really working out? Are you just here to get looks like my mom today? She showed up. She literally showed up. She had also sweatpants and they was gripping in all the right spots, hugging. Hair was on slay. I was like, who do you come here for? You looking good. What are we doing? Showing your goodies? Like, what's happening? What's going on here? Are we here to work out or are you here to get a man? Like, what's going on? So that's what I'm saying. That's not a first date thing. Like, we're not doing it on the first date. And the fact that he went over and dapped up your ex is weird. That's weird as weird. Like, I understand that y'all are cool, but well, I guess he didn't really know the history behind it, but it had to be some I don't know. The way she set that story up made it sound like that she didn't say, hey, that's my ex. He just on his own spotted him and went. But then also it kind of sounded like she was like, oh, I know this person. And he was just like, oh, me too. And went to go dap him up. Like, there was no clarity. But the fact that he went and dapped him up and then he was like, oh, that's my ex. I knew he was going to be like, oh, bros over hoes, boo. Bros over hoes. Have you seen The Circle? I just watched it. Like, I think it was like last year's season. And I was just like, the whole time, I was just upset with the season. Because, the other seasons I watched, it was all about, making friends, finding good people who actually deserve the money. Last season, the 2024 season, was all about strategy and games. And it seemed like all the guys was like, bros over hoes. Like, you have a wifey here. I understand a hoe and a wifey. If wifey say something, wifey is usually right. She got your better good in. You should always choose wifey over bros. So the fact that he was like bros over hoes, it was just like, well, shoot. And she had a backup plan. She was like, you just part of my lineup. Like, I really didn't want you. You were like the fifth decision, like the fifth choice. Like, haven't got to the first one yet. You were just practice run. Crazy. Her dates, wow.
So I'm waiting on my friend to come pick me up in Houston right now. And I just so happen to be around the corner from this dude house I used to mess with. and it's really triggering my PTSD. When I tell y'all this was the worst person I ever dated, let me just tell y'all a few things that he did. Mind you, my first time coming down here, he was like, you're not gonna have to pay for nothing, you don't gotta worry about anything. I went grocery shopping, you all set. And I was on a break from work, so he wanted me to come for like a week, and I was like, nah, that's too long, so I'm just coming for like 3 days. I didn't even make it the whole 3 days. Red flag number 1. I come into this beautiful apartment, but he don't have nothing in here. Mind you, he make it seem like he having it so much. I helped this man pick out a couch for like an hour one day. He tells me he goes with a different couch. The couch that's in there is used, like not gently used. Like I'm talking about peeling, fake leather, all that. Cool, whatever. Mind you, he said he went grocery shopping. So we walk around the corner to the liquor store. He has me swipe my card for the bottle, get back to his house, not a juice in sight. And I'm like, you asked me all these things about what I like and stuff like that, so I'm just wondering, like, where's the juice at? Oh man, you always sweating me, you always on my back, I didn't have time to pick. Cool. So then, mind you, we downtown Houston. I'm thinking we finna go somewhere. Yeah, I'm just on some chill stuff, I'm just trying to be in the house with you. I get to looking up things to do in the area. It's this cute little bar in the park across the street. He gets to talking about how expensive it is. So now I'm getting where this is going. So I'm irritated, but I'm trying to make the best of it. I get on DoorDash and order me like some tacos or something. End up taking a nap after that. Now, while I wake up to this man whispering in my ear, asking me if he can have the rest of my tacos. At this point, I'm like, I want to take a shower. I asked him to give me a towel and stuff. While he go in his hamper and pull out a dirty shirt, I said I'm not using that. So he goes in the closet to pull out a clean shirt as if that made it better. There's so much stuff I'm leaving out, but just know by the time the morning got there, I was so irritated and I just wanted to get away from him. So I quietly get dressed and I decide that I'm going to sneak downstairs and go to the Starbucks around the corner because I had looked and it was like a 6-minute walk away. And that's actually made me think about that, him outside of that Starbucks right now. He really catches me as I'm putting on my shoes. He was like, oh, you just going to leave without telling me? I'm going to go with you. We walk to the Starbucks. I'm not hating him as much this morning. We get to the Starbucks. He walks to the back of the wall. So in that moment, I knew he wouldn't be paying for my Starbucks drink. Ooh. And he would just lie about like the stupidest things. Like we walked past a Lifetime Fitness. He claimed to have a membership at the gym. Mind you, we downtown, his gym membership probably like $60, $70 a month. You don't go here, they don't know you, you're broke. It's okay. So eventually I just open up to him and tell him about everything. He told me I wouldn't have to worry about anything. I came out here and paid for literally everything. We've been in the house. I'm just not feeling it. I'm over. So then he tried to gaslight me. He basically was like, oh, I was just seeing how you was going to be. I planned on paying you every single dollar before you left. I was just going to send you one big lump sum. That's just how I get down. It's nothing. And I just had to wait till I got paid. He kept lying about working in this big office building down the street. I ended up doing a thorough background check on him. He did not work there. He lied about having a degree. He had a degree, but it was like a general studies associate degree or something. It wasn't the finance degree he was trying to make it seem like he had. It's all stupid stuff to lie about. Eventually, I decided that I'm going to take myself to a nice brunch in Houston. I'm not going to lie, I was originally going to meet up with this other dude, but I just was like, something told me that this man was crazy, so I didn't meet up with the other dude. I just literally took myself to brunch around the corner from his house. While I'm at this brunch, I'm basically venting to the bartender. He's a very nice man, but it's clear that he's one of the girls. He ended up sitting down with me, giving me all types of free shots. He was basically telling me that, like, girl, you do not need to be with him. He's a bum. I'm going to tell you what a good man at, and, like, told me where I need to go. As I'm sitting at this restaurant, I think I'm tweaking because his car is super loud. He's just driving, like, an 08 Mustang. I'm like, I just know that's not him. Mind you, I'm gone for maybe like an hour. I'm talking to my mom and my auntie. When I get back, he want to fight. I know you was out with another nigga. I know you was out with another nigga. You ain't even see me. I drove past. Like, you're actually crazy. And I knew then that I was leaving. If that wasn't enough, he didn't have a real TV. He had like a projector, and it was a Roku projector, so he had to use his phone to use as a remote. He picked up the phone, which was already open on his message. He was inviting a girl on a date to go see The Little Mermaid, like in that very moment. But he tried to make it seem like to me that he was leaving to go do DoorDash to earn some money. And I'm just happy to say that I'm glad I'm not dating anymore, but especially glad that I'm not dating in Houston. Mind you, I lived in Dallas, so I drove almost 4 hours to meet up with this man. And there's a lot more to tell about him, so if y'all want to hear more, let me know. Right ground report I actually just ran across the other day was absolutely insane.
Girl, what? I'm glad you realized you was with a brokey, cause he was broke. So you those beautiful dreams. trying to wine and dine you, trying to put on a persona of he rich, balling. No, girl. Like, I believe in doing background checks on people, because I have done background checks on people, especially if I'm trying to get serious with you. Oh no, I'm a detective. I can find anything on you, anything. Like, I literally was just trying to hook up my sister with this guy, and she was like, yeah, I don't know, I got boys, I line up, boo. And I was just like, okay, well, he's cute, I'm just like, and she was like, well, let me see a picture. You got a picture? And I was just like, I can find one. Found so much information on it. I was just like, never mind, boo. Never mind, sis. That was my bad. I'll take one. Like, I was wrong. Girl. That background checks let you know, like, on the book can be beautiful, look great, look like they got money. They got money, or they can look like they got money, or put on that persona. And then you look in that book. You get the copy before that book. You get the first edition of that third edition book. And you read it, you be like, ooh, these are two different books. Like, what's going on? They're in a whole collection, but there's two different. Is this a series, bruh? You literally be like that. So no, I recommend background checks, especially if you're getting serious about dating somebody. You want to find somebody serious. It's good to know where they came from, their past. Like, okay, like, understand, no judgment. However, I don't think I want to deal with these skeletons or that baggage. Like, I feel like I have the rights to have all the information and make a choice for myself. Like, you can do a background check on me, it'll be squeaky clean, honey. You like it. But what I'm saying, girl, nah, it was a lot going on. He was crazy, possessed. So she talked about, I was going to go on a date a few minutes from his house while I'm still at his house. Girl, I'm glad you didn't, because she was literally trying to get unalive. What are we doing? We know he crazy. Or in fact, you don't know. I don't know, because I can't be like, yo, don't be going and spending days with somebody at their house and staying with them. But I've done that, so I guess from my experience I can say don't do that. But yeah, don't do that. I don't recommend it. Like, get to know that person, like, maybe have a nightcap with them, and before you do like 3 days, or maybe do a night, and you wake up in the morning, see how it is, because he was feeding you sweet dreams, sweetie, and he was just, how he gonna whisper, hey, can I eat some of your tacos, the rest of your tacos? Boy, bye, get out my face, eat the tacos. It's time for me to go, because what are we doing? Not that.
I'm getting a lot of comments, and I'm actually going to use this comment to clear some things up. Some people were concerned for my safety and kept mentioning, like, not going over a guy's house on the first link and blah, blah. I get it. This is not my first time linking up with him. He had actually come to Dallas prior. When he was in Dallas, completely different energy. He was able to put on this facade and be a completely different person. So him saying he would pay for everything was not far-fetched, because he did when he was in Dallas. Also, not that it's anybody's business, but I didn't need him to pay for everything. It's just the fact that he said that he would, so he needed to. People also keep saying what they would have did and what I should have did, and I completely understand that. However, I now know that I did what was best and safest for me at the time. When I arrived in Houston, it was already like 8 p.m. It was already dark. Not a nighttime driver. I know y'all see these glasses. I can't see. So the next day when I was getting up to go to Starbucks, that was actually like a part of my plot to leave like the next morning. When I say I got up the next morning, I'm talking about at 6 a.m. got up and started putting my stuff on and packing my bags. Some of y'all have began to guess the apartment. And if you know this apartment in downtown Houston, then you know that you literally cannot get down unless somebody like gives you the key fob to get down. I now know that this person had a very violent history, which I will hear about more in part 2. And so at the end of the day, I did what needed to be done and I got out safely. And that's what matters. This detail about the couch was very important, only because he had literally just moved into this apartment for now a reason that I know is not true. He was coming from a different state that I now know is not the actual state that he was coming from. And so when he asked me to help him pick out his couch, we had been talking about that for days. And he was sending me like $1,000 couches, only for me to come in and for him to tell me that this was a couch that he had gotten from his uncle. Which brings me to another point. People keep asking me, am I sure that was his apartment? I have no way of being 100% sure, but he did have clothes in the closet. His bathroom stuff was in the bathroom. It was his bedding. It was very much a boy apartment. He was moving his little projector from room to room because there was like not a TV in either room. And also, I don't see a couch that messed up being in an Airbnb. I'm also not a super judgmental person, so I know what it's like to like start in a new apartment What I was judging though was the fact that you talked it up for days. All this preparation you was doing, you was getting my favorite snacks, you was making sure that I had everything I needed when I came out there. Only for me to come out there and the fridge to be completely empty and you not even have a bath towel. Some people keep asking me, did he pay for my flight? I did not fly, I drove, and he did claim that he was gonna give me gas money. Still waiting on that gas money. People also keep commenting and telling me to run and to leave and blah, 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 blah. This is an old story. That's why I want to make sure I wait until I can like gather up all the evidence in the background check and stuff before I drop part 2. I have now been in a happy and successful relationship for over a year. And if y'all want to see more about that, you should look at the rest of the videos on my page. The other comments that's killing me is about them tacos, because y'all are funny. So when it came to DoorDash, and like I said, he wasn't really trying to go out. And so I'm like, I'm hungry, so what are we going to do about that? He did end up paying for both of our meals, but he was hesitant about it. But I wasn't going. Enough had been enough. But like, he paid for my meal and then ate it. The amount of anger that filled me when I woke up to him whispering in my ear, asking me about them tacos. Somebody asked me if he ended up going on a date to go see The Little Mermaid with somebody else. I don't know. I was already gone by then. I had went home. Which brings me to the next point. No, I did not stay for 3 days. I don't even think I stayed for a full 24 hours. Also kind of irrelevant, but not completely irrelevant. There were red flags when he was in Dallas. The number one being that his pictures and videos and stuff on his Instagram did not match what he looked like at the time. Again, I don't like to judge, y'all. I had just went through my own weight loss journey and weight loss transformation, and I know that like sometimes people just can't let go of like who they were. And so the physical don't be like too big for me. Like, you can lose weight. It's the other crazy stuff that you can't lose. And maybe all right, maybe I am too nice, but I was just trying to give him grace with that. I knew that he had been through a lot in the last year. I didn't know that he had been through everything that he did. I cannot wait to give y'all the rest of these details. But just know, get ready for part 2.
Okay, the time making this video, part 2 was not up. Like, part 2 was what we just watched. She didn't have a part 3. So yeah, I'm anxious to see what part 2 got going on. Follow these creators, follow her so you can get that part 3 to see what all the red flags. Girl, I forgot about the couch. Totally forgot about the couch, because somebody, oh, it's just a texture thing. Like, senses when it comes to my digits and my feet, especially my feet. I freak out. So if I would have saw that tore up couch, I would not have been able to sit on it. I know. I would be like, oh, I would be freaking out. I might be alone with this one, but I would not have been able to sit on that couch. I would freak out. Like, just thinking about it now, how the texture would be on my legs, especially if I had on shorts. If it was the summertime, I don't even know if it was summertime. Girl, ooh, I think my mind wanted me to forget about the couch. It didn't want me to think about it, because it was just like, I want to take you there to that scary place, that dark place, honey, because it was just like, bruh, look at me, I'm freaking out. But yeah, the projector thing, yeah, I literally just got a TV, and I didn't even buy it. My mom bought me a TV for Christmas, so I've always had projectors. I always thought it was a cool thing. Like, in my apartment, I had a projector in the living room, and then I don't think I had a TV. Did I have a TV? I did have a TV. I do actually have a TV. The TV I had from that apartment is in my mom's room. So yeah, I completely understand the projector thing, especially just moving in somewhere. A projector is way cheaper than the TV, but my experiences with projectors, after about a year, you have to get another one. So a good projector is like, well, the company that I was dealing with, I got 2 for $20, but my second one wasn't that great, because I had to get 2, because the first one, it would just cut off. It was like a circuit shortage or something. I found out it was my Fire Stick cube, and not the projector. I feel bad now, but I did leave a good review. It was just like, this projector's amazing, but I wrote it to them. It was like, I don't know what's going on. If y'all can't troubleshoot it, they were like, we'll just send you another one. So I got 2 for the price of 1, honey, and $20 was cheap. I don't know if it's like that now, but they were a new company, so it was beautiful. So yeah, after a while, getting a good projector is like $100. So that was a steal, getting 2 for $20, but a good projector is around $100. So every year getting a new projector, that adds up to the cost of a TV. So you might as well just get a TV. And the TV for my old apartment is like how long we been here? It's about 3 to 4 years old. 3 to 4 years old, and it's still running. Like, it's gonna keep on running in years to come. So yeah, totally understand projectors. Projectors are cool, but yeah, honey, we were concerned about your safety. I'm glad you got out the first night. Like, you going to Starbucks was the end. It was like, oh no, I got my stuff, and that was me leaving. I left 6 a.m. Like, I was just here enough to get a couple hours of sleep to get back on this road, because I just drove all this way. Girl, I would be so upset. Yeah, honey, I'm glad that this wasn't the first time you meeting him. You've met him before. Y'all had, I guess, a sleepover before. Yeah, very grateful. Yeah. Wow. Go check out that part 3 or part 2, however you want to call it. Make sure you like this video, follow all these creators, and subscribe.